Hello there. Hey, I have a question for you. Are you looking after yourself properly? Today we're going to talk about self-care. So are you ready for some tough love, mama? Stick around. I think this will be worth it. So, hey everyone. Hi, I am Sue Simmons. I am the founder of Equinox Family Consulting and the creator of the Better Behavior Bootcamp for ASD moms. And if you're an ASD mom, sister, I've got your back. I am on a mission to help you learn the skills to manage difficult behavior, to feel competent as a parent to your child, and to cultivate a more loving and positive relationship with him or her. Sound good? Amen. All right. So, hey everyone, welcome to episode number 10 of To the Spectrum and Beyond. You are worth it, and so is your child. So, hey, before we get started, if you haven't already downloaded, hey, Marcia, hey, Karen, if you haven't already downloaded our e-guide, Making Sense of Autism and Difficult Behavior, you can do that by putting in guide down below. And there is a link for you to join our Lemons to Lemonade ASD Moms group down below. Our group is growing. We have a great group of women. We are there to laugh, learn, and grow, and we want you to join us. And finally, if you would like information on the Better Behavior Bootcamp, I'll talk just a little bit more about that in a bit. Please, in the comment section below, type in lemons. All right, good. So, if you are like most moms, when you hear the term self-care, you probably tune out, or you probably roll your eyes and think, wah, 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 lecture, 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 right? Okay, so get over it, all right? Just get over it. Self-care is not a nice to do, sister, it is a need to do, and we're going to talk about why today. So let's get started by tuning into the frequency of motherhood, shall we? I've gathered some fun quotes that will help you and remind you about the importance of self-care. So here we go. I live in a madhouse run by a tiny army I made myself. My kids walk right by their father lying on the couch and bang on the shower door to ask me to open a fruit snack. I love all my children the same, except for the one that sleeps. Yeah, I love that one more. People ask me if I have a hobby. I mean, I'm a mom. I love trips to the bathroom alone and silence. Is that chocolate or poop on your face? Don't fear childbirth. That's the easy part. There is no epidural for motherhood. Ha! And ain't that the truth? There is no epidural for motherhood. We have to learn to manage. We have to get out of our own way. We have to support and help each other. And we have to look after ourselves and pretend that we love ourselves, even if we don't. And that's okay too. It's all right just to pretend. But all joking aside, parenting an ASD child is pretty rough. There are wonderful times and there are heartbreaking and soul-crushing times, and I've been there. And studies have proven that moms of kids with ASD experience the same degree of stress that combat soldiers do. Like, try that on. And here's the thing, hopefully those combat soldiers get to go home, right? We're staying there, right? So we've got to look after ourselves. So self-care is an essential component to ensuring that you and your children have the best life possible. So here's my dirty little secret. I sucked at self-care. I was the worst. I always held this attitude that, hey, I gave birth to this child. This is my responsibility. and he comes first. Well, let me tell you, that just did not work out so well for me, okay? I came so close to crashing, and I went through a period where I got up super early. I was so freaking organized. I had everything under control. That was until my child woke up, and then the day began. And so I left my job to be at home with my son so we could be happy, 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 right? And my husband would come home at the end of the day, and he would take one look at me and he would say, have you looked in the mirror? Well, of course I hadn't looked in the mirror. I was too busy running myself ragged. He started calling me Alice. Well, ha, ha, ha. Alice Cooper, that is. Now, I don't know how many of you remember Alice Cooper, but here's a look at Alice Cooper. So this is what my husband was comparing me to. Nice, huh? Well, to be honest, he really wasn't too far off. How'd you like this to be your mom? You know, like, take that one in. Good luck to that child. Right. So that was the point at which I learned I had to start looking after myself. So, you know, it seems that somewhere along the way, we decided that self-care was selfish. You know, WTF. There's a huge divide between self-care and selfishness. You know, like when you're being selfish, you're ignoring the needs of others. So like if you're locking your kids in the basement to go and get a mani-pedi, you know, okay, that is selfish for sure. It's also quite illegal and definitely not recommended. So if you are caring for yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're raising your vibration, you're lifting your mood, you're giving yourself energy and just generally feeling better. And when we feel better, we do better, right? That's so true. Think about when you feel good. You're motivated, you feel better, and you want to do better. So let's think about pilots, right? Pilots, what about them? Do they need self-care? Well, yeah, sure, shit they do. They've got lives in their hands. Well, guess what, sister? So do you, right? So we all need self-care. It's not a nice to do, it's a need to do. So I want you to think about this. So 5 years down the road, looking back on today, will it matter if you took, 10 minutes a day to look after yourself and went out one night a week? No, of course it won't. Will anyone resent you? No, they won't even freaking remember. And to be honest, if you don't do it now, 5 years down the road, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass for not taking better care of yourself. Trust me, you will. I did that myself. So, how many times have you gone and done something like really nice for yourself and come back like almost literally feeling like a new mom? I guarantee you that's happened to you. You come back with a fresh perspective, you feel so much better, you feel energized, and don't you want to be that mom? And doesn't your child deserve that mom? Of course he does. I recently read a passage that really resonated with me. So it was the most relationship you will ever have is with yourself. And that relationship will determine the quality of all other relationships you have, including that of your kids. Hey, thank you for the love. I love it. So have I sold you? I hope so. So it's time to get a plan together, sister, okay? So I want you to take a moment and I want to think about what really makes you feel good, what makes your heart sing. For me, it's beautiful acoustic guitar. If I sit and listen to a couple of, beautiful songs, I feel different afterwards. So what's your thing? Is it journaling? Is it reading steamy fiction? Is it listening to beautiful music? Is it learning? Is it watching TV? What is your thing? There are so many options available to us. So think about what you could do for 10 minutes as an experiment, okay? And now what I want you to do is think about a period of, say, 10, 15 minutes during the day when you are reasonably sure that you can stick to it. I want you to tell your partner that, you know, he or she needs to cover for you. I want you to prepare your family so that you're going to be unavailable at that time. Get out of the house if you can. Leave your phone at home. You don't need it. And I want you to do it. Just do it, okay? But I'm going to give you a little warning. So here's what's going to happen. So you follow through, you choose your thing, you choose your time, you get things all set up, and then you're just about to do it, and then you're going to hear this little voice in your head that says, don't do it, don't do it. Like, what the hell? What's with that? So I'm going to share something with you about our brains. Our brains, part of your subconscious, doesn't want you to change. So that's where the resistance is going to come from. So you're going to hear this little voice, and this little voice's intention is for you to continue to feel like the lowest of the low, or however you're feeling right now, because it's afraid of change. So that little part of your subconscious is terrified about you kind of taking on a new identity, because what's familiar is safe. What's unfamiliar is unsafe. So be prepared for that, and just do not listen to it, okay? It's trying to work against you. So you are the most important person in your child's life. You are by far, you know, light years ahead in importance of any therapist, of any, you know, anyone. You are the caretaker of your child's future. Your child needs you to be your best. Yeah, thank you. Amen. And we owe it to our children. So we have to stop procrastinating. So I have an idea. I want you, if you're not a member of my Lemons to Lemonade ASD Moms group, the link is below. I want you to join the group. And inside the group, I'm going to initiate a challenge with the moms in the group now to see how many of us can continue with self-care and see how different we feel. What do you think? Are you in? Okay. And, you know, here's the final word. Without change, there is no change. Nothing will change unless you make it happen. And it ain't going to show up on a silver platter. You have to make it happen. So now I will officially get off my soapbox. Okay. Sorry, this is something I'm so passionate about. And hey, speaking of change, the next Better Behavior boot camps will begin Wednesday, September the 19th. We are planning on running 2 boot camps. So I want you there. I want you to learn how to manage difficult behavior. I want you to feel competent as a parent and to cultivate a more loving and positive relationship with your child. And it is so doable. Do this for yourself. Make an appointment to speak to me. So, and that's by application, and we are taking applications now. So one final word, okay? This is a quote that pretty much sums it all up from my perspective. My time alone is for everyone's safety, okay? You know, when we're not at our best, we're just not at our best, and it rubs off on everyone in our family. You can be happier. Do this for yourself. All right. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, please know that you can download the e-guide by typing in guide down below. You can join the group, and you can also get information on the Lemons to Lemonade Better Behavior Bootcamp. All right. I am officially signing off for today. Thank you for joining me. I will be back here next Thursday at 2 p.m. for the next episode of To the Spectrum and Beyond. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. And if you're anywhere in North America, near Ontario or the northern United States, or probably in the southern United States too, you're probably freaking hot. So stay cool. All right. Thank you. Bye for now.